Hey everybody, how's it going? A little bit of a stint from not posting anything, but that's just me. I don't post anything unless it's on my mind. So I had a lot of questions after I rode this weekend about how was it. So my perspective of what I got out of it so much wasn't like the riding part. I was pretty amazed that I could ride and feel that good right away. Yeah, the speed wasn't there, of course not, but the feeling and the technique and the approach and the precision was there. But living in a normal life and doing normal things and being away from riding a motorcycle for so long, and then you come back and you ride and you do 20 minutes and being able to zone in like that, that was what was different for me. When I got off the track, it was like, whoa. It was weird because normal life doesn't ask you to be so focused, doesn't ask you to be so precise, doesn't ask you to react to so many things and have that initiation, if that makes sense, and also doesn't really have the risk or that fear of crashing. So that brings you more into that zone, more into that oneness. So that's why I feel motocross is so addicting to people and also older men, is that it just, everything disappears. The thoughts I had in my head, the stresses, the worry, this and that, all disappeared. It was just that motorcycle, the track, and myself. And it was so refreshing. It was like when I got off, someone gave me a shot of some kind of drug I've never experienced before, because I felt very calm. Very, very, very calm. But like here, my mind wasn't racing. I wasn't concerned about anything. It just really brought me into that present moment. And so that was pretty kind of profound to me, because I've never really experienced it, because I didn't never had that kind of gap of just living a normal life and then all of a sudden getting on a motorcycle and having that focus, having that adrenaline, having that I guess that fun, right? And all that brought me into that relaxed, meditative kind of intense zone, if that makes sense. So maybe you guys can kind of understand that. So, and another thing that came out of the whole situation was my buddy was watching me go through this corner, and he's like, "Man, how do you do this so good?" And I can't even get through the corner. And I said, "Well, what I'm doing is I'm coming in and I'm braking, and I'm focused on my braking. And once I'm done braking, then then I focus on my roll through my corner. Then I focus on my acceleration. I have a plan of how that corner should be, or how I'm going to do that corner to set up the next corner. So I have a plan ahead of myself, but then I bring myself back to these small little points to execute that plan. I can't have a plan unless I do little things to execute it. My making sure I'm braking right, making sure I'm off the brakes and I'm looking ahead and I'm rolling, making sure my foot comes back on, my hips come out, so I can accelerate hard, and then that will set me up for that next section. And so what came out of it is that pros, the guys that you see go so fast, are actually more patient than the guys that go slow. We're two steps behind what you guys are doing. You guys are coming into the corner already preparing for the corner, so the knees start to bend forward, the arms start to get stiff, and you're not even done braking yet, and you're already getting ready for the corner. So that's messing up the approach to the corner, because you're ahead of yourself too much, where a pro is still focused on his braking. It's like one thing at a time. So that's what I kind of noticed in both ways. The feeling I got out of it, but then also where our minds are compared to someone that has done it for so long, and somebody that is still learning to do it, and or struggling in points that maybe they're always too far ahead of themselves because they're always too focused on going fast, where a pro is focused on the feel that makes them go fast. You can't just think, I got to go fast. You have to feel what makes you go fast and race the track for how it's asking to be raced. I got to be slow here, I got to be patient here, I can be a really aggressive here, I got to be a gear high here, man, my arms need to be very loose here, I got to be very precise when I hit this rut there. So that is where the mind is that we're a step behind. I'm focused on coming in the corner, I'm focused on my wheels, my clutch, my gas, and all that, where maybe the unexperienced rider is focused on not crashing, not making a mistake, or, oh, I just suck. So you know what I'm saying? So a lot of times what people are better than the other is really just, excuse me, it's just where their mind is. And I feel a lot of people's mind in motocross is too far ahead of themselves, and that's where they're making their mistakes, because they're not finishing one step at a time. They're two steps ahead of where the fast guy is. He's only focused on his wheels, and you're already focused on the corner coming in. So that's my kind of perspective, and hopefully that makes sense. But I thought it was pretty fun. I had a blast. I'm not going to make it a everyday thing. I might start doing some schools and riding a little bit, but I was it. I had fun, but it was really, really, really fun, and this is why we all love it, man. It's a crazy sport, but man, we love it. So thanks for following me. Thanks for listening to me. And again, everybody that comes up and says hi and watches that makes so much, that makes me feel so good. And I just do this to share. So thank you guys.